Yeah, we never did that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
I went live. No German.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Welcome everyone. I'm not the queen of the pack tonight. I'm just one of the king on the board. Welcome to Track and Feelings. This one is dubbed Road to Budapest. But we're going to talk about tonight. We have 2 weeks. We have not spoken about any track and field, what happened on the track, but we had a interesting discussion last week with Dr. Gregory Orton. So we had the week that week plus the last weekend plus the upcoming weekend to speak about. Latoya will join us soon. German is here.
What's up?
Um,
What's up? What's up?
so good evening, everyone. I don't know where we should start. Um, we had
Um,
we had Brianna Williams running a good race.
I think we can go back to the NCAs and the dominance of the Jamaicans in the field. I mean, we won the long jump, the high jump, and the triple jump for men,
And that was good.
right? You
And
know,
then you
we
had the females taking part in the field also.
right, we won the long jump for women. We placed second in the triple jump. So we're getting there. And one of the things that we must know is that for the long jump, the favorite wasn't the one who won. Well, then again, should I call Kerry McLeod not the favorite, seeing that he has been the number two all there? But
Um,
but that for me was something special. I think that's the first time Jamaicans have won that many medals, as in gold medals, in the field events. Also you have to take in consideration Wayne Pinnock's silver medal in the long jump as well. That was also a big deal. So I mean, we look good, and to know that these guys are 24 and under, we look good.
yeah, the field events are rounding up to a good prospect, or we might not reach the medal contentions as yet, but we have persons that will look extremely well. Something to go to the stadium and watch. A
True.
competitive
My
field
question
sport.
is my question is this: do you think, based on what we've seen all season, especially with the pros stepping in, that Jadon can actually win the gold medal if he gets there?
I think Jaden is the Usain Bolt of field events. I think I don't want him to get bored.
True.
I don't
I
want him to get bored. And I think one of the best thing that would happen to Jaden, and I know people might be listening, one of the best thing that could have happened to Jaden right now. I know he wants an education, but the best thing will happen to him if he goes pro. NCAA has nothing to offer him for the next 2
Oh my
years.
God, you said that, Xavier?
I'm I'm saying that
No. I don't agree.
you notice what I said in the disclaimer? As much as he wants his education, but he will get bored in this competition. I don't think anybody is going to step up in that triple jump that will compete against him
He was injured after one jump and jumped 17.5 and still won.
and still won. So he's bored. He's already bored. So unless his coach want to put him on a different program or I don't know. I see before what's her name went pro, she run in LA. So if he can find time to jump, he still jump NCAA, but find time to jump in other meets around the country, or if he can leave the country, which his coach allowed him to leave to jump in Carifta, because his coach has realized that he's bored. I think his coach got to realize that anything that he wants to do, I'm going to allow him to do it because he's a cut above the rest.
That's what you say, because we've spoken about Jaden. Because I said I think he can win the gold medal in the triple jump this year based on what I've seen so far. And if, like he said, his goal is to get to the World Championships, he's given me 17-8, or 17-9 already.
Yeah.
17.
And if you look on the run up, I saw analyst saying that his run up can be fixed. I think he could do a few pace.
He does what, like 8 steps or something like that.
And he
compared
saying
to
that if he could add more steps to that, I don't think he's hitting the board exactly at 0 as yet. So a lot of dimensions. The wind not helping him yet. Anything possible.
If I may add, sorry, good night, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everybody. Good night, Sandra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, just had to do that. It feels really nice when I do that, I must say.
She just can't allow nobody else to run the show.
Nobody else.
That's not true. You guys asked me my opinion, so I'm just chiming in on my opinion, and I'm saying good night to everybody. That's all.
Lata, your birthday is in a couple days.
We know.
There's no one to silence me, right? That's you want to just silence me. All right, I'd say that. My opinion as it relates to Jaden now. So, I mean, I have lots of love for Jaden and everything. You all know this. Xavier, I am a stickler for education, likewise yourself. And I somewhat, I'm not going to agree with you saying Jaden should skip it. However, what I would say is that if it is that, who says that? Travis, thank you. My bank teller days are over though, Travis. I did 8 years. Thank you though. Welcome to the boy side of Latoya. I love ties, guys. But
she loves tie up. That's what she said while ago. That's what she said while ago, Jeremy. We're gonna try and see if that's what she said. Sorry.
That's not what I said though.
Okay.
However, if it is that he would consider it, then what I would say to him is once it is that he's able to get something that is great in all the ways possible, then basically dictate or negotiate, which one of the word is, where he's able to get funding to finish school in that contract. That's what I would say. So therefore, he's not leaving out the education part of it, and ensure that he completes it. So that's what I would say. Jaden is spectacular. You're saying he can do a sign Richard Rock?
Go to school, and Alistair Felix, go to school and be pro. Because I think personally,
and I think his coach will keep him though. I think that coach will keep him.
The dude is a junior, not even a junior. He's a freshman. He's still a junior.
He's right.
Right, and I think he has 1 more year of being a junior.
Yeah.
And this dude is dominating all collegiates. The dude is the world leader for how long now?
Xavier and Sandra say a mix up.
With what?
Xavier and Sandra say mix up. Guys, share the live, guys. Guys, share up the live so other persons can come over. Yes.
But
Sandra say mix up.
I might add though. I might say that the value of those scholarships are big money, even if you don't go pro.
Exactly. So
I just start digging into it, and as somebody said, I think Dr. Arden said it. I don't know if he said it on the live, but the value of those scholarships are very expensive. I don't remember, but it's very expensive. School fee alone, Jermaine, is $70,000 US. You didn't put You don't put book in it. You don't put housing in it. So it's making a quite penny change. It's just that what happened to our Jamaican athletes, not to move away from the topic, is that they want ready cash. They want to see green money in front of them. But if you add up what a KD get over the last 4 years, over the last 3 years, she made a lot of money that our parents or nobody would have given her to go to school in the States.
I appreciate your comment. Guys, I'm not sure why your names are not coming up.
No, they're not a part of the team, so you're not going to see their name like that. The only persons who have StreamYard or have been in StreamYard before.
No, you guys have to give access to StreamYard.
Let me respond to this comment. That is actually not true, but not false, because you have a lot of jumpers who've lasted. So, for example, we've seen the Dwight Phillips of the world. We've seen the I'm just saying.
He's justifying it.
I'm saying the Dwight Phillips of the world. What's that dude from Portugal named not that one that used to jump? The Colombian that was not the Colombian, the girl that was doing well before Rojas came in the triple. They were around for a long period of time. Just like hurdlers, you have the short ones. So to say that they don't have what you can say is to be easier. But once you don't have serious injuries, you tend to last a long time because it's not really about speed, but more about technique.
Yeah, but in Jaden case, Jaden is a smart jumper. Jaden is jumping one jump for the entire year. Jaden has not jumped 10 or 12 times yet.
He's never done 6 in anything. He's never done
nothing. 6. He has not been jumping.
Benefit of a jumper. You have jumpers who've gone into competition and done 1 and blow out the field. Like you did that one and you probably go 2 or 3 just to see if you can get 1 more out of it. And then you're like, all right, I got this. It's the same thing with throwers. Sometimes you can choose when you want to jump. The field events is amazing with that. For the events and for the jump and the throws, you choose how many you want to do. So if you go out and you do 1 big jump, if Jaden goes out in a competition and does 18.05, Jaden don't have to worry about another jump anytime soon because he knows there's nobody jumping 18.05.
You spoke about what led you to track and field. I remember what led me to track and field, and I always had jumping in my backyard. James Beckford, that's silver medal. That's what led me to track and field because that one was special, and we haven't won a medal for the male jumpers in a while.
I think the next jumper that won a medal beside him was Tajay.
Yeah, Tajay after him.
Tajay.
When World Olympics, so Tajay was the next one.
So
and James actually had a long career as well.
Yeah. So, but what I've think, Tyre, hold on. What NCAA has shown out to Jamaican administrators, don't miss this opportunity to develop the fields, especially the jumps. You have a young crop that is not even 22, 23 yet that you can develop and harness their skills and at least bring a little more excitement to the sport.
And we've done there's something that people have been speaking about for years. If you have a 16-year-old and he's running 10.7, let him try long jump, please. There's nothing wrong in not sprinting. Try long jump, it works.
It boils back down to a coach's perspective, Jermaine. A coach is stubborn. Remember Dr. Arton said last week, no matter what you bring to the table to the coaches, they're not going to take it. Coach's perspective, Jermaine. The coach is not going to take it because you have an athlete that won medal. We have a lot of athletes that won medal in the 100 meter, not even come 5th or 6th in any event for the next 5 years. Why don't you transform them into a different?
And we've seen even youngsters like Wayne Pinnock. Wayne Pinnock was the fastest hurdler. He still has a champs record. He's one of the best jumpers, and I think he's a better hurdler than jumper. That's my opinion. I'm just saying.
Okay, because I was just about to say that Wayne needs.
Yeah, but you know what? With these schools like JC, KC, Calabar, they tend to, if they have good sprinters, they tend to find a next event that they can get medals from. And it developed athletes. They develop athletes for different events that they might find love in. Because
Do you remember Willie?
Yeah.
From KC?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
Perfect.
disappointment though.
You know what I said? You know what I said? You know what I said that
Wellington should have gone jumps.
You know what I said that if it is that Jaden is gonna do that GoPro thing now, it's because remember jumpers don't have longevity really in the sport compared to sprinters.
If you're not injured.
When I say longevity, because they are more easier prone to injury. We saw that with Tajay. I mean, we saw that full force dead on with Tajay. And I've said this before, that even since this season, for me, Tajay was scaring me.
I saw it the other day. He was
this season.
But look at the flip.
Guys,
look at the flip side of pro. If Jaden goes pro now, and you're saying that jumpers don't have the longevity, Jaden is at his prime. Jaden's go pro now.
In terms of it, they're easier injured.
No, I'm
using the example. I'm using the example of Tajay Gale, where we saw what happened with Tajay. And as I said, for this season, Tajay, when I watched Tajay jump this season here in Jamaica, I was scared because he was favoring the right side as if it is that he wants to jump out of the pit. However, I saw that adjustment for him, and now he's back in the middle of the pit just because of the injury that he suffered and is working his way back from.
I think it's
with Jaden. Jaden just jumped and whether it be that he misstepped that jump or something happened, and he, you know what I mean. But
so your point is saying that let him go pro.
My point is
no. Your point is saying
that he's going pro, take some form of education. I'm still sticking with that.
No, hold on. No, he's still taking. No, he's still getting the education. He's still getting the education.
That's why I said if he's going to go pro, he must ensure that he negotiates that aspect of things for him. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, quite naturally. Because the season is not that long, you know. And if he want to jump in Diamond League, it's just a couple of months after school finish.
But I think you have athletes who are sensible, and I think Jaden is around the right people. One of the few KC man them when we know we're having hit on him shoulder. And I say
not
that
really. Matty had his hand on his shoulder.
And we saw what happened, right? So back to what I was saying. He seems like a person that, you know, that Sydney McLaughlin Laverne kind of vibe. I'm just going to probably give you 1 or 2 meets, but my goal is the championships. And he seems like that guy. So I'm not worried about him. My thing is, I would love for him to build more muscle. Right? What was it? I think what was it? Wilkley or one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Jumpers and field eventers, especially jumpers, because throwers tend to be around forever. But for jumpers, if you are not injured, if you don't get a serious injury, which is a very real possibility doing the jumps because of the amount of force that you're putting on your legs. Other if you don't have that, other than that, you tend to be around very long too. Right? I think there's also Teddy Tamgo, who was one of the best we've ever seen. And he's coaching now because he had one bad injury. But that's a risk with sport overall. But if you're not injured, I think sprinters, here's what I'm saying about it. By the time a sprinter is 35, they tend to be at the back end of their career. Like they're not going to get faster. Right? God forbid, minus Justin Gatlin or Shelly and Fraser. They tend not to get faster.
Well, Shelly says she'll go 14 or so.
Huh?
Shelly says she'll go 40, so might say Olympic.
What I'm saying is that you might see once a sprinter gets to a certain age, they dramatically, for the most part, decrease. As I said, unless you're Kim Collins, Shelly and Fraser, Justin Gatlin. With jumpers, you don't see that decline that much, even if there is. And we've seen jumpers get better as they get older because they become smarter jumpers. They are better into their technique. The same thing with hurdlers. Bridget was a better hurdler in the last 5 years of her career. You know, So I mean, we just as long as you're not injured, I think field eventers have the best advantage because we've seen it with the throwers. Guys are winning Olympic and World Championship medals at 40 yard. What's the dude
Yeah.
name? What is the dude? Cantor? His son is now throwing. I mean, he was around forever because he just retired one year and his son is now is what, a champion, world champion. So that's just my take on field eventers. That's why I think if you want to have a career, field events works well for you, hoping you don't get injured. But that's the one problem for me. The one thing, the injury.
Okay, well said. I was trying to stay away from my lovely lady, but we goes now to the sprints, NCAA sprints.
Yeah. Big up yourself, my friend, yeah? Big up yourself, friend. Can I talk about my dear, the beloved Akira Nugent?
No, we are wait. We are round it up first. KD never win a medal.
Like bronze in the 20.
No, we are round it round.
Okay.
I think NCAA.
Why am I not in the comments? Why am I here tonight? Yeah, go ahead.
You're not what? What you said a while ago?
Continue.
You don't want to be here?
Continue.
She feels unloved, unwanted.
I mean, we went to the sprints. I think NCAA is a cruel competition when it come on to the final couple of days. Cruelty to its utmost best. We saw Brittany Wilson suffered badly.
No, Brittany is a different case. Brittany chose to do that double. I mean, come on.
Stupid, right?
The double that she chose to do. That the NCAA didn't do that. Kino sound for on bed. Kino, me agree.
Okay.
Why aren't you around here? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so congratulations to Julian. Alfred,
no, but hold on. No, you brought up Brittany though. Let us just take a second about that though, because I mean, NCAA didn't do anything to her. She chose.
Oh yeah, you said it's stupid, and we all agree.
She and her coach chose to do that. It was a good try. It was a good attempt.
No, that's not a good attempt and come last.
It was a good attempt. Something would have had to suffer. She needed to decide what was going to suffer. And in my...
Oh, Britton. Sorry.
Britton, yes. Britton is her name. I had a girl name right.
Okay, sorry.
Stand corrected.
Britton Wilson. At least it will keep out of legal troubles.
Thank you all for the corrections. We, that's how we have you. We teach and take wrongs nicely. But you had to decide what is going to suffer, in my viewpoint, from the get-go. And I think she felt like the hurdles was the one that she wanted. But because the flat four came first.
Right.
Yeah.
The flat four came first and it took out of her. I think for me, she never expected
to get her ass.
Yeah, what came to her, for it to come to her. Maybe I felt like it was a walk in the park or something. But Marlon, as you said, it is taxing on our body. I mean, from the get-go, once I saw she entering in both, I'm like, this is toxic. This is a killer. And especially how the time spacing setup, it is a killer.
25 minutes in between races.
25 minutes. It wasn't training.
That's a killer. And she looked vulnerable to lose. Good evening, my namesake, Latoya.
Hold on, my take, because I want to hear your take on this. Because I'm one of those that talk about psychology a lot. Do you think if she had won? Do you think if she had won the 400, she would have done better in the 4 hurdles based on the confidence?
That's what happened. Because she was hoping to get a medal in the 400 and bring that energy back over to her pet event.
She's the worst.
She was hoping that she never had to exert so much in the 400 and then would have left in the tank for her pet event. But as I'm saying, something have to give. We saw, maybe this is not a good example, but we saw where Sandra, is it that she's blocked or restricted? I'm not sure. Either of the two is what is happening there. Why it is that she may not be able to comment. But good night to you, HP. We saw where Sharika timed it wrong, and her pet event, her 200 meters, suffered in the Olympics, and that is what happened to Brittany. She never timed it well. They never figured it out properly and stuff like that, and it just gave it. NCAA didn't do anything. They show you what their schedule were. You know what the schedule is, so you get to decide what your body can take and cannot take. It's a decision for you and your coach. Because everybody always say, a coach says this, and wait, it's a decision for you and your coach, and therefore it's you and your coach who will manipulate how it is that you will do it. However, they, to me, was trying to play the psychology game, but then the other athletes played the psychology on her. She get played very well.
Here's my take. She goes to what? Arkansas was her school, right?
Yeah.
You realize Arkansas was trying to win the title, right?
Yeah, they go for
just the reason why them put her on the
They go for points.
Britton is the best 400 meter run at Arkansas, and she's the best 400 at Arkansas. That's
but
maximum.
You have to pick and choose. You put her
She both of them. That's the thing. So my take is, and as I said, psychologically, she just thought, okay, if I win the or even come, the 400 is my thing. I got that. She got her ass beat in both of them.
Well, the hurdles got she.
So, I think, and that, let's be real. Akira knew. Oh, let me not go there. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Congratulations to Alfred for the double.
Oh, you're gonna Alfred, and you're not talking about your girl.
Alfred is not Jamaican.
So
I never said Jamaica. I said Catherine. Xavier, I never said Jamaica. I said Catherine.
No. I said Julian Alfred.
And I said I never said Jamaica. I said Catherine. She went to St. Catherine.
Yeah, I know.
When I said Jamaica, I'm gonna say Catherine.
No, I wasn't going against what you said. No, she said why I didn't go KD first, but then I said KD
go to KD. You know why I said go to KD is because
KD have a bigger story. For me, KD have a bigger story. Her coach came out and said he wasn't prepping her for NCAA. Her coach came out and made the statement that he's prepping her for medal, for championship, for making the Jamaican team this week. He said the conversation KD and himself have is that she wants to make the team to Budapest. So she's peaking for Jamaica championship.
Yeah, but the only big final they never continue.
Okay.
The only
Xavier's statement towards that was that she ran back to the timing issue, Xavier. Xavier said
why you want me to get beaten tonight? She tired.
She look like Sherika looking at the last race.
Yeah, man, she tired.
Yeah, man.
No. Don't do that, Jermaine. Don't do that, guy. I'll come for you. Don't do that, boy. Sherika look tired.
We are not like come on.
I'm just saying she looked like how Sherika.
She looked tired. I made a comment to Taya after the race. She's tired. And Taya said that she must be able to do the rounds.
But you saw her in the 200?
So she's not tired, she's tired.
Not tired, she's tired.
Exactly. But what I said to Xavier is not even that she must be able to do the rounds. I said to Xavier, Julian Hadfred ran the first leg. It is 3 of them that was in the finals for the 100 meter that ran on that 4x1. And then there was more spacing. That's why I said you have to look on the timing to be able to know, can my athlete body take this? What you do in training and what you do in the championship is 2 different things. They looked at it and said, okay, what we do in training, my athlete body can take this. Julian Alfred, Kevona Davis, and I think it was who was the third one? Because there are
the Nigerian girl.
There are four athletes that went into that 100 meter. There are 4 athletes went into to one heat. I was like, how did we get here? Why is it that you have your 4 athletes in one heat? 3 got in advance. I know that's what happened, but 3 advanced, and those 3 that advanced are the that ran that 4x1. So there cannot be an excuse for KD not doing what she was supposed to or what she could have done. That's why I tell Zevin I'm not taking that excuse, because if it was she alone into it that ran on that 4x1, I could say, okay, she's tired. Julian Alfred ran a spectacular first leg. The same amount of races Kevona did, the same amount of races Julian Alfred did.
Who ran the 400 meter also ran in that 4x1 team.
Exactly.
That one.
Sabine tired.
Can I say?
Come to our defense. Yeah.
No, it's not. You use an analogy not too long ago that our pet event is a 200. So with Britain that exert too much effort in the 400 and still end up not medaling in our pet event, Katie just say, you know what? Let me not exert that amount of effort in the 100 because I have the 200 20 minutes ago. Okay.
Her start was sloppy. That's what killed her. If you saw her, she was getting decent start.
Slept in that block. Kevona is like Kevona dropping a one maze. Like she never hear that. Number one, when you look at it, the starter said set, and to my eye, Kevona was the last one up. So Kevona was sleeping. And
our court said you don't even get up.
No, I get you. That's what I'm saying. To say she was tired, no, because she came back and did what she needed to do for the 200. So I'm not gonna say she's tired. Well done, though.
True.
Because once you give KD that lead, you got to catch me coming. And
even though Costa, remember she did place 5th, so it's not like she was the worst.
No. Even though we no.
Okay.
Even though you Costa,
listen.
No mix way. Because when you want
KD, I'll buy KD ticket to Budapest because I know she beat a few persons. She beat in a few persons. Well,
just leave that there, Summer. Just leave that. So she did that 100 meters, and as I said, that happened. She moved around. She took her whopping, and that's the thing. The spacing also again. Remember now, this is 3 space times. There was 50. I think it was like 56 minutes between the 4x1 final and the 100 meters, and it was like 45 minutes between the 100 meter finals and the 200 meter finals. She did that. Can KD do rounds? KD, for me, knows how to handle rounds. I've seen that.
She's a bit out of her junior athletes right now.
Here's what I'm asking you, though. My question is this. When did Kevona Davis's pet event become the 200?
When?
Mm-hmm. Because
when she played
as the 100 that once she got out, nobody could catch her.
Yeah. I've always loved KD on the 2.
When she went to college, I think because she playing second to Alfred right now, she moved.
She playing second to Alfred on any leg, 1 or 2, so that not make a difference. I've always
the same girl beat a champ in the 100 and 200 4 times in a row.
Marlon said that KD need to lose a bit of weight. KD has lost weight.
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
KD has lost weight. K-foot
has always been thick.
Lap. Lick me, no. Whatever I play at Dalios or
God, the guys, I need them. Sorry.
KD has lost weight. Those thighs and knees aren't speaking.
They're not wrong.
That's how it used to. KD has lost weight.
Yeah, man, she has lost weight. She's and by the way, remember this. She may look thick on TV. She doesn't look that thick in person. Them say camera had 10 pounds and I like them at 10. She's not that big as you make them seem. Like people don't understand. Like Elaine is skinny. Like Elaine look like Lataya for crying out loud. People don't realize that Sherika is not as big as she looks.
Elaine, no, when I met Jetta is short and small. Like Jetta you couldn't believe Jetta being so bad on the track. When I met Jetta,
weird enough, TV makes persons look big, and weird enough, I will say this: the TV don't make Sherika look big. Sherika, I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
Nobody never hear what I say already. Nobody come with it because I sure come say a while ago. However, Marlon, I agree with you. Kevona don't have a start. That's
decent for the most of the year.
But for this season, she looks better than
Our coach came out and defended her and say, "Oh, there's a lot of things."
Yes,
wrong.
Kevona and Alfred have the same coach. And got the same.
Our coach said that she has a lot wrong. There's so much wrong with her right now.
By the way, let me say this: Alfred's start is not that good, but Alfred was always a better starter.
Alfred has always been a better starter than Kevona.
Not all that good. So what is happening is that Kevona was always awful out of the blocks.
Kevona needs to learn to stay lower down in our drive phase.
So
always been because of them K foot there. Always our problem. Me just need somebody to slightly straighten out them like they like how them straighten out Akira Nugent leg. Let's say it. And
okay,
I always will continue.
Since you're at Akira, let's go Jermaine.
No.
Akira time.
All I say, I call that the beginning of the season because I said.
Hold on, before we go to Akira, let me ask the question again because I know the other day we spoke and I said I included Kevona on our 4x1. I'm gonna ask it again. I'm a normal German. I'm gonna say. I'm just ask. I will not gonna debate it. We just gonna take
Sherka ban on the curve of stadium. Sherka ban on the last curve of stadium.
So KD that 4x1.
Kevona was the back stretch.
All right.
I'm not saying.
Move on. Let us go.
I said
we're not debating it. We're not having a conversation. I just wanted to hear if German mindset changed someone. That's all.
What I'm afraid of with that relay, I brought it up. What I'm afraid of, she'll make that team, but she'll not run on that relay. Because if Williams come good and come sixth,
if Williams comes fifth,
she will make the team, you know. Kevona will beat her, you know. And Kevona will beat her, and she made the team. Kevona will go to Budapest and sit in that room. She will not run.
They want to make sure on the heats.
Yeah. So it's a given.
It is the best fit in training. I'm repeating that from my mouth, that direct mouth. I hear that and I was schooled on that. It is the best fit in training. And if Kevon in training, meaning in Budapest now, if it is that Kevona is best fit in training, meaning that fit Kevona fit in training and that synergy, that coming together, working and fit, then it's going to happen. So therefore, what I'm saying is that what a girl name? Let's start the relay.
Brianna.
At the time last year was the bet fit, bet suitability, bet synergy. We don't feel away there, but at that happened. And so if Kevin fit better,
the best friendship? Yes, did you say friendship?
Hello. I my mouth. This come from the put no my mouth.
I'm simplifying it for people. Friendship. Best friendships.
If it was based on friendship, Brianna would have been on the team. But anyway,
don't put any words in my mouth, please.
No.
Get on to Akira Nugent.
Before Akira Nugent, I will say this. Say the big three makes it to Budapest. What is needed to break? Yes, I say because
say. Let's stop. Yeah.
Sure, might not make it
to Budapest. What is the need for that relay team? What is more needed? Isn't it a starter?
What is needed?
Practice. We have a starter.
No, hold on. The answer? Practice.
Yeah.
We have a starter.
Who's our
starter?
starter?
Have a starter. Shelly's always our starter. Shelly can always start a relay team.
We know that. We know that.
So where are we going at now?
I'm just saying, for the most part, what we say.
Our need is that back stretch that we need. That 200 meter runner.
That is your need. Xavier, your need is.
The need is.
No. That is your need. Your opinion.
We need that strength.
Right,
my need is that strength runner that have the 100 meter speed that can run the back stretch, which is going to run 110 meters for me. And when they reach the 100, still have the strength to maintain that speed and off the back. The only person that is fit right now to give us a back stretch as that is your favorite athlete, Sherika Jackson.
All right, that is Xavier's need. Xavier need is for Sherika to run the second leg. Give me your need, Jermaine.
I think the reality is we've always said the problem was
Jermaine, reality is J-Tray business. What is your need?
It is about a competent starter. I think that's what we needed. That's why Brianna was so good for the team. Come think so the other three can hang themselves in where you put them.
So the need is a starter.
Yeah, competent starter. Somebody who can run 100 meters, not 90.
My need is the same need as Xavier need. For Sherika go the second leg. Argument though, that's my need. Not J-Tray need. I'm not debating. J-Tray is the reality of things. Me is my need. My opinion, Sherika, we forgot to do this. Anyways,
somebody post that Sherika can collect button. Sherika been running relay from class 4.
Sherry has been anchoring. Sherika has been anchoring from class 4. That's all she does.
So which one Kevona do from? Which one Kevona run?
Kevona run backstretch. Kevona always run the backstretch at Edwin.
So with Kevona coming to run with seniors, new brand, freshly drunk. Yes, I right. That's what you see.
I would still put her there. I trust her there more than anybody else.
So you're not trust Sherika there? We're not debating that. We're not debating that. I am too hot tonight in my tie. I might choke. Sherika, I might choke right now. Please. Let us go to some comments, please.
Yes.
We're talking. Somebody want to talk about Brianna want her spot. Somebody said Brianna want her spot. Do we need Brianna 11:04?
She's going to run the relay. As long as she finishes in the top 6, she's going to run the relay. That is it. I mean, I say it as it is.
We have no part for watch, Travis. None.
As long as Brianna finishes top 6 and she makes the team, she's going to start. I think they're not going to make the same mistake happen twice.
So Kemba was a mistake?
Kemba running the start of the 4x1 was a mistake. Not Kemba making.
It was a mistake because I believe that if they knew that they were gonna start her on the final, they should have started her on the heat. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying.
Remember, say although Brianna come for 4th, 3 people ago plus Shelly, so she can't come 4th.
So Brianna going to come 4th. That's what the person is saying. So when the 3 people, the top 3 come 1, 2, 3, Brianna going to come 4th to make the 4th spot. The 4th spot is a mistake. The 4th spot is the worst spot ever. Bad conditions. Brianna for run 10-8. Forget that. So I said Brianna gonna work hard to make that team.
Give her credit, but we're not going to get there yet. But the weekend showed me she is working.
Hold on, them more say who said them friend. Hello, people. You see, because you not give StreamYard thing there. Me no. Me I beg you no one post certain comment and no say me I go tag that comment. They just write a little name beside it. Me I figure. Marlon says no, not Marlon. Marlon says that him 2 friend are gonna make Brianna Williams great. Marlon, please share out your 2 friends. No, drop in my inbox.
Big up Michael. Gregory Little and Michael.
Well, then no make her good yet. What does the make her good?
Post injury, what she has done post her injury, based on what she said, she has looked very good. I liked her what I saw on the weekend.
Now 11:04. I said it on the live that the distribution of Brianna Williams 100 meter on Saturday was great. That distribution from Brianna Williams, I have not seen that distribution since she became the double world junior champion. That was a world junior champion distribution. She distributed that perfectly. She give you our Brianna Williams Bartoletto start, because you know I have the rank her 3 people in the Bartoletto start.
I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Brianna, Shelley, and Bartoletto starters. She gave you the Bartoletto start on Saturday and distributed it perfectly so that she was able to carry it out and run right through the line. Even when she came up out that dry face, standing tall, even though she's short, she still had that composure. She didn't fumble like Akeem Blake get tied up and weary.
Brianna is a good marketing person. She a market
She did
herself
well.
properly.
She did well. She did well.
She know that if she never come good Saturday, she can just no bother come a child. Because Jamaica that eat her life. I swear, if she never run good
We all
Saturday.
agree that Brianna, apart from Shelley, is a great starter.
We know that. That's not even a question. We know that.
I'm not talking about Akeem Blake because he was still in fatigue. He was still tired from coming.
We're not touch the saying. Because we're not touch the saying.
But still on NCAAs, Shelly for run backstretch. I think she's the greatest backstretch runner Jamaica has ever had next to Sharon Simpson. But yeah.
Marlon said Shelly not run. No.
We know she's not starting a race.
The
last time Shelly.
Hey, HP, welcome. I see that you're able to post now. Okay, so the process, unless Sharika learns to collect button, then we can put her there. We're not discussing that. We have had some discussions as it relates to that. Jermaine don't share nobody else's view except that the fact that him think him baby girl, him star girl, his queen, him queen in the park, the everything, the double
of all time.
The double, the double triple, all of them something that for only around the ankle. That is the view of Jermaine. That's the view of Jermaine and not the track and feelings.
We're not going to do this. Continue. Let's comment. We're not going over it.
So HP said, HP, is this your this is what you think would HP, are you saying this is what you think would be your lineup? Not
Kemba,
well lineup either Brianna or Kemba?
Kemba come in 7th.
That's a disrespect, but I agree with you. But anyway.
Kemba come in 7th.
You can't be a disrespect if you agree with him. So.
Kemba come in 7th.
Promise me have no pot for wash. My work hard already.
Kemba comes 7th based on my prediction. 7th.
All right, let us go through this, and I'm going to go through this. Sharika, Elaine, Kevona, Brianna, Alana.
Alana beating Brianna.
I'm just saying. I put Natalia at 6.
Natalia White over Natasha Morrison.
Well, I know, and I'm just going to say there's also Natasha Morrison.
Next week I go hot up in another place, man. Next week I go hot.
There's also Natasha Morrison and Sasha Lee Forbes, and Natasha know to make a team. That's one thing about her.
Sasha Lee Forbes also know to make a team, you know.
Exactly.
And Sasha Lee has been rounding up, you know. Sasha Lee is now a part of that.
Oh, yes. And then remember, we have some unknowns that we don't know what's happening. The Janelle Smiths of the world, the Christianians of the world. We don't know what's happening.
Shoot the poster to me, Sandra. Shoot the post to me. Shoot the post to me.
Kemba has to replicate a 1088 to make the team, as in top 6.
Let me lose. Let me lose it time. Maybe time.
No, that post was Gary.
I was having to tell, Gary, you see it from because
so that Elaine take a year off so she can participate, get prepared for Olympic. That's our stomping ground.
Oh, that post. See, HP also agree. Let me take off the time. I'm not talk foolishness. I'm not talk properly. So I'm go back to being a girl.
Natalia, Sharika needs to run a curve. I'm not going to bash your opinion because it's yours. But we have 2 better curve runners on the team. Elaine is a better curve runner, and Shelly by far is a better curve runner.
Okay, so
you never think that Shelly.
I have a double question. If Elaine gets off that 200-meter curve, come championship, will Sherika catch her?
Yeah.
Where?
When she stop run?
No.
All right, leave hello. Leave the man with him opinion.
You just said that Elaine is a better curve runner. If Elaine gets off that curve before Sharika or anybody else, best be you're not catching her.
Shelly got off the curve.
That every leg of the 4x1 is not 100 meters. The second leg is
faster than Sharika. What Sharika does is that she gives you a balanced race. She's gonna run 10 seconds something and 10 seconds something. That is her. She's not looking like she's running the hardest. And it's not that she runs a bad curve either. She runs a very good curve. The problem is that those 2 women run better curves than her. But she runs a very good curve. But she is stronger and she's more balanced over 200 meters. She runs a 200 meter like a Michael Johnson. Basically.
Okay, I'm just I know anything.
Oh, that's not been a lineup. Well, Oh, you said that should have been the lineup last year. Sorry, I'll go back to your lineup. So HP said last year, Kemba or Brianna to Shelly to Sharika to Elaine. I did agree with you. I mean, and a line of them didn't have to. However, let me say this though, HP. In order to have the Kemba to Shelly or even Brianna to Shelly, there would have to be some great practice in that. Reason being, Kemba to Shelly has never happened before. Likewise, Brianna to Shelly has never happened before either. And we know those things never happen. So I remember when the fumble happened between Kemba and Elaine. I remember Otto Boland said something that is profound and sticked with me. He said that they needed to practice and be aware of each other. He said he had to adjust Brianna to Elaine because this is now an incoming runner going to a fast outgoing runner, which is Elaine. He had to teach Brianna how to adjust to Elaine when she's going to pass that baton to her. And therefore, that is him as the coach teaching his athlete because he was aware that that's where she would have been. And he had studied how Elaine, in my viewpoint, he had studied how Elaine do her move, and that has always been Elaine. We tend to say Elaine goes out very fast, but then when Otto made that point, I went back and I looked and I realized this is who Elaine has been on a relay. No matter the leg that she's in, this is who she is. So therefore, the Kemba to Elaine never worked for me. But as I said again, they said it was the best fit. In training that they saw, for me, I felt like Brianna to Elaine would have been better, being that we know, as Sharika agent says, our advocate said, Sharika is cement on the ankle leg. We knew it was never going to happen that E.T. would have gotten that ankle leg, even though he thought that would have been better. A lot of persons don't think that she should have run that ankle leg. I'm still waiting on them to give her one of them on there. But yeah, I kind of share your viewpoint with that.
Here's my take. If Elaine is not 100%, I would not give her an anchor. At 100%, I give her any leg but to start. But if she's not 100%, I still love her on the curve because
when
no matter
how the 4 people then power relay been not 100%.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not asking you.
What? What for me is 100% is if Elaine is giving me consistently 10-7s, like I would know her to do in an Olympic year. If she's not that consistent and she's up and down, it usually means I did mention Sasha Lee Forbes. Whoever said it, I did mention Sasha Lee.
Yeah, because I'm just going down through the comments. I'm just putting it back up.
So if Elaine is not that 10-7 that we know are consistent 10-7, 10-8 low going into the 10-6s, I don't want her to anchor. If Elaine around 11-5 and 23-1, she is still one of the best curve runners around. And I would still always give her a curve. And that's what I mean when I say 100%. That is the thing that I would like. Shelly was covered by Prandini last year in the 4x1. Also, Shelly was 35 years old and had run how much rounds? Not an excuse, I'm just saying. And Prandini is a very good curve runner. Let us give Prandini her credit. She's amazing. She has cemented her place on that curve for about 6 years now. So give her that credit. But I love Elaine on a curve. I would love Elaine to anchor if she's 100%. I think for a backstretch, you have to have somebody who knows that they need to run 100 meters. Because the space now, the relay zone is now completely 20 meters. So you can exchange anywhere in that 20 meters. Elaine tends to give you about 7 meters to go. So if you can't run 100 meters full out, it doesn't make sense. Because she's going to take that extra 3-4 steps that if you're not coming in very quickly, you're going to have a problem. You're going to always...
And that is why I said we have to learn to practice and learn to adjust to each other. I mean, when we look at when we would have like a Shelly Shelly Aileen, we have a Sharon Simpson and a Veronica Campbell Brown, a Karen Stewart. But we had the Karen Stewart, Aileen Bailey, Sharon Simpson, Veronica Campbell Brown. Notice those ladies gelled together because they're doing it over time and it would work. One of the things that I also wanted to point it out is that NCAA 4x1. There are different ways to take the baton. Up or bam. I noticed on a
button change.
I noticed on their team how the girls situated themselves beside, but perfectly beside, so that there's no interruption with that button change. Right?
They're on the line and their hands are out there. So the line.
Pavona never looks back for where that button is supposed to be. The button is placed there and her hand is already there.
Yeah, but
they know that down there is where you're taking it. So I'm putting it there and I'm not pushing it up. Great Britain, for one, practices the up. So I've noticed that when Great Britain exchanging their buttons, it has been pushed up into the receiving. Jamaica, we put it in there.
But you have to understand.
This. So Jamaica needs to figure their way out.
I think we've done it.
There's only one athlete right now that gets stronger at 100-meter finish line, and it's Shericka Jackson.
Mm.
She accelerates at 90.
When it's too late. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So when you say you need an athlete to run that full 100, the only athlete that will run a full 100 right now is Shericka, because she's the only one that accelerates after 80. 80 Shericka like she turned into a German BMW.
That man is gonna reach that side. That man is not fire. We're talking about the ladies at the moment.
Let me say this. Going back to the women's changing, there has been 2 changes in all of Jamaican relay that I think you can close your eyes and know. Sharon Simpson to Aileen Bailey and Nesta Carter to Michael Frater. You lock your eye and them they clean.
No man, we have they're called those that 4 there, so that's called the reliables. And we have name for people in the reliables. Michael Frater, Mr. Reliable for me, no matter what.
Between Aileen and Sharon Simpson, Sharon on the backstretch, Aileen on the curve, and Michael Frater, Nesta Carter to Michael Frater, poetry in motion. The
poetry in motion also you get
those four persons have the love for Jamaican track and field.
But here's the thing.
Them for their love, because poetry in motion you get that from you and Blake.
Have you seen the 4x1 that had the Serena Coles and the Clayton twins?
Yeah, man. But did
you see that change? Those changes? They don't need to look.
But remember, Serena Cole, the Clayton twins, and you just add somebody. When we added
Brandy.
When we added Liston, so we're taking out when they took out one of their own Edwin and added Liston. Yeah. It still was those girls just closed their eyes and did what they did. I mean, in Jamaica
if those girls go Jamaica B team, they'll beat the Super Tree.
The Calabar Fab 4 is another example. You type
change them clean like Jesus police record.
Yeah, man. Listen, Tyreek Wilson to Chris Taylor is another change that is immaculate. I don't know if you guys ever saw when they were running that Calabar team, Tyreek Wilson to Chris Taylor, poetry. And I think
like over jump right there, so. Oh.
Jump now?
You want me to jump?
Jump. One.
I want to jump to DeAndre Daly like awesome.
The worst thing that could have happened to Boaji is got injured. I met DeAndre train.
No. That's not worst thing. DeAndre in the building.
I'm a big fan of DeAndre always.
You must know that I mean, you must know now by now. Track and feelings is a big thing.
By the way, if DeAndre, if you're here, let me say this. If you want to come on the show, we are inviting you to come on the show any
That's
Monday. Any Monday you feel like. Just don't say we're not own a bar. Anyway, but for me, let me say this though. I am confident in the men relay, regardless of the four. I think we know the four that's going to be out there, but I'm extremely confident more in them because I think they've done it before. My problem is, we know that Johan Blake is going to run the third leg on that 4x1. That is Johan for life. Really?
Only you saw that, Jeremy. Only you saw that.
Yeah, but we know Johan is going to be running the third leg as a senior man. I think that's a leg that you put someone who is seasoned. I think Akeem Blake is going to run the backstretch of the civil anchor. My problem is Bawaji fit enough?
No, I don't think he's going to come back, and I think it's a mental problem with him.
Really?
Who is going to come back? Hold on. Wait before we say so. Hey, Odian, my darling. Big up all day. Yeah, go on, Tom.
All right, so my take with Kingston College athletes, and uno can bash me because Casey me used to go. You see the moment they lack confidence, everything all right, and that's with all our athletes, and nobody
except for the ones that spend 1 year, like Hunter Pass, Omar, the 1 year man.
No, we're not calling the Casey youth.
We're not get to discuss with the Andre.
No, I'm being honest though. You see, once a KC athlete not confident enough to run in them head, you will never get a good race out of them.
For me, Boaji is gonna come back. It's been fixed. He will be fixed, and that is it. The comment that was made.
We have a problem with psychology in Jamaican track and field.
We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that.
Fix it till thy kingdom come. I don't think racers can fix anybody psychology because we have a few up there. We have a few up there right now that we still await to run.
All right, but what
put Boaji in the list, the long
you said
line.
that one of the things that went wrong is that Boaji got injured and had DeAndre thing there. Based on yes, HP is a KC dude says so. Him know very well.
As I'm saying, anything I must say, I agree with him. I don't know Mattel.
Mattison, Wellington, every KC athlete me know.
My name. What the 400 one used to run 400 and 200. Yeah, a whole heap of them now. We can't not ban. Ban them.
Adrian Carr.
I mean, the Adrian Carr is coming back. No. Adrian Carr is improving. Every race, Adrian Carr is improving. I must say he has impressed me. And trust me, Adrian Carr for me.
Bloomfield is another one.
For Adrian Carr to impress me, trust me, they have a stick me used to have. Enter me Adrian name to beat.
There's a reason why Kingston College runners don't represent Jamaica.
Except for the 1 year, the rental them. The rent, except for the rent.
Except the ones that migrate.
I would put it out. I need to speak about DeAndre daily.
DeAndre, listen. DeAndre can beat Boaji, and Boaji can go in a depression.
Hello.
I disagree with you. I don't agree, but I don't disagree.
I agree with Odi. Odi said he will be back, but I have no doubt in Nkrumah, but I think DeAndre just needs to fix that start, and trust me, once he's fully recovered from the injuries over here, Daly will be deadly. Definitely, Daly will be deadly.
It's physique. The man born for sprinting.
Mr. Adrenaline there. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Adrenaline. Hi, DeAndre.
DeAndre, big up yourself.
I blush, right?
By the way, DeAndre, let me say this to you. We are inviting you on the show. How we can chat to you in front of you.
We send you a link. Just grace us with your presence.
Yeah, man.
We will make it happen. Welcome, Mr. Daly. So, congratulations on your new PB and your run.
Oh yeah, send him the back door link. See if we will accept. Send him the
Hey,
back
you can't do
door.
me so bad. You can't. Me just
Send him the
study
back
that.
door.
Me study
Listen,
that for first time by life. I'm just
no,
saying.
DeAndre, she a blush. See, look, she should take off all the camera people.
Screen I go black.
He can't do it tonight. He said he can't do it tonight. But Didi,
Anyway.
please inbox me.
Inbox
Me.
me, yeah.
Can please remember to make Didi inbox me. I need him to be a part of our live one of this Monday night, please. Right? So thank you so much for gracing us here. But we just want to tell you congratulations on your run. It was spectacular. And stuff. We are great fans of you over here. I'm a big fan of you. I am on your boat. Your sister would have told you this already. But move now, Alicia, move now.
DeAndre, couple more age. Couple
Yeah,
more
man.
years.
I'm excited for him. I mean,
you need to make if you read that GC for stuff for true. But we have an argument about that another time. You know me, I don't want to care. But on a serious level, though, youth, I have much respect for you, and I'm looking for you.
You have your schoolmate, you know, your bigger brother, Mr. Audience Statisticianist Grant, Mr. JP himself, who I know personally is a great fan, great big fan of yours. He is your, but as it relates to him and what he did on Saturday, once again, that was a great run. Out of the block, shoot, no coming back, no turning back. And as I said, and as you could have heard me in the back end screaming for that PB and stuff, I said that once it is that the necessary things are adjusted and fixed, I'm sure greater things will come from that. I mean, I for one can't wait to have him on a 4x1 running on a 4x1 team. I think that would be a spectacular viewpoint and a spectacular run, especially the fact that I admire how his adrenaline rush to run down someone just clicked.
That character 4x1 moment will never die. Never.
But even that character 4x1, that is the reason why I said I didn't agree with Xavier's comment about one of the worst things that could happen is for Bouagie to have gotten injured and allow DeAndre to train. That character 4x1 run says that it would have been fireworks in that stadium if it is that both of them was in that 100 meters, and therefore,
and I personally think that DeAndre would have beaten Bouagie.
Yeah, definitely.
With no doubt. People might think I'm anti-Casey, but the mentals with these guys is in the wrong place. And
champs.
Yeah, the champs hype, and I'm going to put it out there. The old boys just need to stop at some point in time, and let these athletes to be what they're supposed to be. And you realize that.
Let me answer the comment that is done. Here's the problem with a lot of these guys that go to traditional schools. That's why you don't have a lot of them transitioning. God bless somebody like Chris Taylor who has.
We don't know.
A lot of them who haven't. That's how you behave yourself. A lot of them haven't transitioned because their mind is still on champs. And getting it out of the champs mentality is hard for someone who spent 7 years chasing champs.
And some of them never even win champs, though.
Right? So just spending 7 years of your life chasing champs. No matter how talented you are, you never get out of that champs mindset that easily. That's why I hope someone like a Wayne Pinnock and a Jaden Hibbert transitions because they have that potential. But we've seen over the years, as I said, Nathaniel Bunn, Andre Wellington, all of these guys. What's the next one? Stevens, Karen Stevens.
But one of the things, Jeremy, that I can speak about is that these track athletes at KC don't aspire to represent Jamaica. No, I'm telling you, they don't aspire. They don't aspire to represent Jamaica.
The one and dones do.
The only one that aspired to represent Jamaica is the 400 that we had, Leaford Green.
Right.
And he gave it his best
Oh, by
try.
the way, do not disrespect Davian Clark, please.
No, Davian is a breed. He's from a different era. No,
Okay.
Davian is from a different era by itself. But these young guys that went to KC, either more win champs for them on TV, for all of the girls them across road see me, or downtown see me, or when we go half a tree, me get likes, or my Facebook likes, or just the hype of being a part of a championship team. That's what it was.
And let's
They
be
don't
real,
aspire to
this
be.
hype is real.
Yeah, they don't aspire to it. No, I have not seen a Kingston College athlete that said one of their goals was to represent Jamaica. Either they run to make a good time to get scholarship to go away, or just run for the hype. None of them. We had some of the best hurdlers in 95, 96, 97, and none of them transition into any hurdle.
But talk truth, Xavier. Throughout the 2000s, apart from the one little youth where they there Arden and couple Jagerman, it's been Calabar,
Yeah,
JC, and a few JCs in the hurdles. Apart from the one and dones, none of them
transition.
have transition. God bless Andrew Riley, who has done well, and Damian Thomas. But
who's that? Alisa? Oh, Alisa says this. Alisa, explain for me. You said that Mattison upset you the most of all out of them. God no. We are not going to comment on that. I want Alisa to explain this for me first, and then we can understand where she's coming from, and then we can comment.
Before she said anything, I had a conversation with Mattison.
Xavier.
Okay, all right. That's
said we are not going to comment on it. I want a better understanding.
So nice. Me want to hear that.
I want a better understanding of where she's coming from. HP said that we need to stop grooming the youngsters. That champs is the ultimate, and I agree with that.
Let me try to answer that. How many times do youngsters get to perform in front of a packed stadium? You don't see a packed stadium at World Juniors. Half of them probably would never make it at the senior level, or 90% of them will never make it at the senior level. Champs is what it is, and when you are sold, check out most of the youth them when you see perform at champs, especially some of the youth them when you see got KC, JC, Calabar, a country boy them. Why? Because the chance of coming, there's so much that the old boys association spit into their head and make them feel good. Remember, let us talk truth. The Calabar Big 4 was driving cars to school. Some car when me and owner can't buy.
Remember saying the teacher salary can't buy vehicles.
Exactly, teacher salary can't. That is the thing. So when you check it from that level, that is what they are built for. That is why a Chris Taylor and a Dejour Russell went back to Calabar after winning everything and embarrassed themselves.
All right, so we're seeing where she's coming from now. Alisa says that she said that about Mattison because she really thinks he has quite a bit of potential.
Yeah, when him father from Calabar and Karim got KC was the saddest day. Anyway, continue.
But you, Alisa, you have to take in consideration this comment that says that injuries hold Mattison back. You didn't get to see Mattison's full potential being exerted to the full capacity. Because he was injured, and therefore now that he is coming up into the senior rank, you will want to hope that he will be treated so that we can get to see his potential. That's what I would say to that.
So my take is that the backroom staff with Mattison right now is saying that you had potential in class 3, class 2, and class 1, and because of injury, we have not seen the potential. Mattison really do not need track and field. Mattison went to school and got his education. It's persons who saw potential in Mattison is trying to say, let us see if that potential is still there. Mattison can walk away right now and go get a 9 to 5, which I think he will do in a few months' time.
When we say that persons should be world beaters and stuff, that is in our opinion. That is if they want to be that. That we have to understand that, and therefore we have to understand that not because we see them shine burn like a diamond as a junior at champs mean that they eventually get to go out there and dominate or do the same thing, because what we have seen is that they dominate champs here in Jamaica, and when they go on the world stage, that dominance is still.
Your comments here, Ronaldo Rose. Remember Tespalati from St. George's? Where is he now? No, where is he now?
Tespalati, Ronaldo Rose.
Camperdown had a super team.
That team with Camperdown, I think they were the first team to go sub like 40-0 or something.
Yeah, Calabar had to wait their turn for relays when Camperdown is on the track.
You moved from Camperdown to St. Diego, you know.
Yeah.
Because St. Diego was the first team to go sub 40 with Ash Mead and Riker Hilton and Johan Blake and stuff. Let me say this about Ronaldo Rose. Ronaldo Rose was technically the best junior sprinter I ever saw. His technique coming out of the blocks is by far great. But had he not been...
you say you think Liston technique-wise is like that?
Yeah, I think as a junior, Liston technique-wise was amazing. She just needs to... The training need for work to get that work. But technically, as a junior, Ronaldo Rose was very good technically. So too was Johan Blake. And one of the things we've known about Johan Blake over the years, he thrives on competition.
Odi, who are going to do this? Odi, you? This is Odi's comment. That's Odi's comment.
Why Odi, where you get that from? But I would say this though. I think eventually Ronaldo Rose would have been beaten either way. Because I think Johan Blake was going to come to beat him. And another young man that we forget his name all the time, Dexter Lee. Dexter Lee was coming with a vengeance. Now, as a junior, well, we don't want to talk about Dexter Lee as a senior. But as a junior, Dexter Lee was one of the best we ever saw. For somebody with no start. So, and let us remember also that 2007 to 2009 or 2007 to 2008 grouping. Remember the guys that came from that grouping. Warren Weir, Nickel Ashmead, J.C. Young, Johan Blake, Dexter Lee. These were the guys that came from that group. I think the Ramon McKenzie, I think the 2008 finals was the only finals ever in champs history that had all those guys represent Jamaica at some point. So, you have to call it what it is.
Because we're going 1 hour, I'm ready for it. 200 meters. I want to go and film them 200 meters.
No one.
But go up to the foreign boy can come run properly. That's all you can. The guy from America. We're representing.
I don't see them. I don't see them representing him to say he's Jamaican though.
He was supposed to run last year at World. But
no, the Diamond Leagues is not saying he's Jamaican.
They don't say
I always have them problem with putting people.
I think what is going to happen is that he has to represent the country first for them to say, because he has dual citizenship. Because he has not represented Jamaica, they can't say he's Jamaican.
Yeah.
So yeah, say but then wait.
She represent the 1500 girl. Adele?
Where tip boy the name? The old boy, what name?
Big boy? Rashid Doyle?
Yeah.
Rashid has struggled still.
Rashid has the best of Rashid. Rashid is what, 33 now? Let's call it what it is.
The best bet we have his issues right now.
Which is Chris Taylor. That's it.
Yeah.
And we know that Bloomfield is not running back the 200, he's going back to the 400.
Yeah. See, all this that is why I'm worried about his boy, Daly, because him don't have a Dexter Lee over again. Or be it Dexter a virgin, but hope Daly can break the Herbert Morrissey curse at the senior level.
Here's my thing about it.
I do.
Daly did not experience the hype of champs, nor the early part of being successful. Usually when the guys do well in class 1, but never really did anything before, They
Yeah,
tend to matriculate.
they get away. They get a buy. They get a buy.
Matriculate.
People hype over the Saturday Sunday, but then by Monday they forget.
Yeah. So the guys, and we can talk about them. You say about never did anything till class 1 or class 2. Johan Blake wasn't
400
anybody.
meter, 400 meter row. So, we can't stay
Our
current,
400
man.
meters, our 400 meters is okay. For the first time, I'm not worried.
400 meter
When
is
you-
round enough. I think 400 meter is round enough. I think it is
We expect maybe two persons in the final.
it is a race to watch.
Yeah, 2.
Friday is, I must say,
Well,
Friday
maybe one
is,
German.
hopefully Monday we are able to be able to talk about the entrance for trials, because Friday is supposed to be the deadline.
Right.
Will J3 publish it?
They
Or
have
keep
to
it
always do. They always do.
Friday is supposed to be their deadline, so hopefully by Sunday we will see the entrance in terms of who are entered in what, so we can have a like a nice little discussion.
Somebody said that will make champs look bad, but the reality of it, that champs is the demise of our track.
Hold on, sir. Let me go through the list. Veronica Campbell Brown is the only athlete that was a superstar from the Inter champs that had a stellar career. Take out Usain Bolt.
Everything,
Right. Usain Bolt.
Everything. People start talking about VC, we can't do.
Right? There is not a person who has dominated champs that became exceptionally good. Shelly ran class 2 and that was it. Ilian never make our team. Asafa was always the worst of the Bailey brothers.
Who's Asafa?
Donovan was the man. Donovan was.
No, I'm talking about this in terms of champs, because we're talking about champs.
Let us talk about the guys who have
quite well.
Let us talk about the guys who have dominated champs. What they need to start about the Wellingtons of the world, the Sekou Clarks of the world, the Ramon Mackenzies of the world, the Tesfa Lattis of the world. Where are they now? What have they done for Jamaica? The reality is, Sekou Clark was damaged by his own father.
That's not a secret.
Right? It's not a secret. All in the hopes of winning champs.
Champion. Yeah.
Right?
Big up to John Alfred for winning the double and the relay and winning, the title. Yeah, big up to Julian. Can't wait to see you at World Championship.
Dejo Russell dominated champs.
Thanks for the
and
promotion.
Come back to get embarrassed.
No,
but here's the thing. Look who has represented. Orlando Bennett has represented Jamaica more than Dejo Russell. And Orlando Bennett used to get booked.
We don't want the history class.
Yeah,
okay.
me no like history. Me never do history.
Okay, so next Monday we talk about the entrance.
But before we continue, guys, we still haven't spoken about my girl, Akira Nugent.
Okay, yes, let's jump to her.
I said it after last year's injury that Akira Nugent.
Mama say something, Jeremy. Let me tell you something. You see this eye?
What have you said?
Okay, well, listen. He said that Sherika. Yeah.
Hello, so when you say Sherika, I'm going to say I need her.
Yeah, man, no, so the eye when you say Sherika, when you say the Sherika,
when you say Sherika, say hi.
That's where it belong. But I don't continue.
But honestly, though, last year when she got injured, I knew she was going to come back with vengeance. And I was kind of skeptical because I didn't know how the transfer was going to work. But the fact that Masai and Aliyah were the guns and they were the ones that were going at it, and Akira did just win a little indoor thing, but she held her. From you saw her face in the starting blocks, you were like, yeah, it done here, so. From you seeing in the starting blocks, you knew it was done. Like, she just looked like, listen, I'm going to whoop these two girls, go home, have a drink. Right? So, I mean, I'm impressed, and I do.
Who is that?
I hope she's still fit, because if she's still fit, with Brittany Anderson being out in the national trials. I'm gonna ask this.
I know the answer. I know the answer to this already, but I'm going to ask it. And this is someone coming from a reputable source as it relates to Akira Nugent. Being that you guys asked the question if Jaden should go pro, what's your say on Akira now?
Isn't Akira done with school now?
No.
She has one more year.
Yeah, she has 1 more year.
She's done it all. She's done. She did what she came for. Like, she came for the NCAA title. She's won indoors 2 times, I think. You know, she got injured last year when she was the favorite. I mean,
if you come out, we just get the floor and you just say what your 2 cents and we just lock off work when you don't talk.
No,
yeah,
I think the possibilities for, and a lot of people don't look at it this way, the possibilities for Jamaican athletes to go pro, it depending on a lot of stuff here with college though. Because if they're offered a good salary out of college, they can weigh their mind to go pro or do their 9 to 5, or the opportunities that are going to be presented in front of them. It's going to be a challenge. Like Akira Nugent, not saying that she won't go pro, but if you're finishing college and you get a good job here, can bring your family here, start a new life. Pro not can bring all of that.
Sure, you can bring family here.
So pro not can do all of that. So it has a lot of twists and turns to it when they're at the end of their college life.
Well, I mean, we know Akira is going to get a contract. Like, let's not talk about. She has gotten one. Leave that on that one. But people have been talking to her. She's been on for a couple of years. She has 1 year left to go. I'm sure if she goes pro, they would allow her to finish her year. But what does she have left to prove? Because her 2 compatriots, they're leaving as well. Masai is gone. Aliyah is gone. What's the purpose? Do your 1 year as a professional, build yourself, and get ready for the Olympics next year. The Jamaica team next year is going to be hell to make because Brittany Anderson should be back. Janique Brown should have gotten some training under her, so she should be back. Akira is there. What's her name? Burton, I think, is coming back as well. So, I think, is it me? So, I think, like, for me, I would work with Akira. I would think Akira would go pro right now.
Okay. Tayo, you're the moderator.
Okay, Mr. Phillips. I'm just going to read your comments, and we are going to take that in consideration. I'm just thinking whether I should speak on the comment or not. You said that you guys don't have a proper order in the discussion. It could be a good program, but I get the feelings no preparation was done for what needs to be discussed. Too many different topics across each other. Do I respond to that comment, admins? I would just leave it there. Should my comment be the only one?
Is he new to our group?
Xavier, do I respond? Xavier, do I respond to the comment?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So my comment or my response to that is thank you so much. Thank you so much for your critique. We appreciate that. However, we do have what it is that we want to talk about, because we are talking about really what happened in NCAA's, the juniors. If you notice, we basically stick on juniors. However, while we discuss here as admins and stuff, we take comments from the comment section, we take questions there, and therefore we don't just embark in what we think, because we are a platform that we learn together, we are wrong together, and we do everything together. We are ourselves, and we do it formally and informally, and we know when it is that we can step out of certain things and be what we are. But we do appreciate your critique, and we do take it carefully. If it is that it's your first time being on the program or joining us, thank you so much for joining us, because it's my first time seeing your name. But thank you so much for joining us and being a part of us. We would encourage you to take a look at what else we have shared over here. And as you know, the name of the program is called Track and Feelings. So it's not just that we are a stickler right there. We discuss things in our thought space and in our feelings as best as we can. And we don't just discuss it among the admins. We take in consideration our people, our family who are here. So if they ask a question, we will stray away from what it is that we had planned so that we can take their thought space in. So thank you so much for your time. And please do remember, this is Track and Feelings, where we discuss track with our feelings. No hard feelings around here. As we continue, right there.
All right, Taya. All right, we're wrapping up. Taya, your topic. No, wait. Jeremy, your topic.
My topic?
Yeah.
My topic got already. Can we just talk about her?
Okay. Taya, DeAndre made you blush. Anything more to say?
No, I have nothing to say other than thank you so much. On big TV, it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often that people don't get to see that because I'm not starstruck. But I must say, thank you so much for being in our comment section and listening to us. I know you always do. Thank you so much. And I
all right, so
sure
from me, no hard feelings.
Even more when I see your face.
I'm the emotional one. I know little about track and field. I just speak my mind most of the time. So no hard feeling. I think you are great. You're destined to greatness, wherever you want to go. Do your trade. I'll follow your progress because it makes Latoya blush.
Already.
So anything that makes Latoya blush will keep you. Trials is from the 6th to the 9th. Is what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yes, July 6th to 9th.
July
and guys, we are
to the 9th.
Going out and representing, and we are cheering on our athletes.
I'm hoping to see Elaine at the New York Grand Prix this weekend.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
Okay, I'm putting it out there.
She's not.
Okay.
The list is out. She's not.
Okay, she's not. Shelly said that she won't run until July. Sharika said the next time you see her run is July. I'm hoping to see the jumpers come home. All of them.
No, everybody has to come home.
No,
everybody.
I'm hoping to see they come home. I'm hoping.
Everybody has to come home.
Yeah,
and 2 person alone have a bag. Every drag man have to come at
all right. J3A, I'm gonna put it out there. J3A and the powers being, make sure that these athletes can afford to come home. No,
we don't need to make sure them can afford to come home.
They can't. Some of them can't afford to come home, and I'm going to.
If you can't afford to come home, okay. If you can't afford to come home, if you can't afford to come home,
seriously, most of these athletes can't afford to come home.
Reach out to J3. If you can't afford to come home,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hope that they come home because there are a lot of athletes that goes to college and can't afford the plane ticket to come back home. So them just work the summer. We really say that? No, I'm a black, but I hope to see all of them come home because it's a down year for the juniors, but most of them might step up to the senior ranks to see where they are.
He's hoping to see Christoph Bryan. Kino, I miss you tonight because the comment there and the response would have been yours.
Yeah, it would have been Kino's. It would have been Kino.
Kino would have done Kino, but I was just trying to be nice. Anyways, guys,
I'm still waiting for Christoph to deliver.
That's why Kino said he's going to surprise us.
I think he has competition this year for the first time ever if he decides to jump. Because having the NCAA champion, I think that will actually push him to be better. Kino, that's why you should have come, because a year section of the line that you take on them people there. But anyway, yeah. I think Shelly's gonna run the 100.
Nothing. She went to run the 100.
Not the finals, but she might just use the runs to sharpen up herself. So.
All right, so guys, let me say this. Stay tuned. We have great things in store for you, meaning great people that will be joining our program. We are just confirming dates and times. So please remember, click the notification button so that you are aware when it is that we are going to go live and do all of this, so that you're not late to the class, you're not late to the family. You know, when you're late, we have to repeat yourself, and we're not. You understand? And I must say that I like Susan. You come in and you ask if you talk about your girl Brianna already. I must say, you know, we discussed already. I never asked me to discuss it again. I like that, Susan. You deserve a sweetie for that.
No, sticker.
So stay tuned. We have great things. We have great people. We will definitely be divulging into. Let me give you one. We will be divulging into the marketing aspect of track and field. We will be getting there. We'll be having the greatest person to do that discussion. That will be on. And as soon as that is confirmed, you will see the post up and out so that you can be there and be on time. Be ready with your questions. Because you know how we do it over here when it comes to people in the back end. We are astute.
And we have we do have a track and field library.
Yes, and at that time, definitely, Mr. Statistician, you shall be on that one. We will be having also a statistician that will be on here live, one that we love and stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes out, keep your ears on the ground. Great things happening in track and field, great things happening in the space. And we here at Track and Feelings do it the right way, the only way we know how to do it. Discuss track and field with our feelings and in our feelings while we are learning together. Sharika will want 10.54 trials and 21.39. I will just end the live on that comment and we will not discuss that.
She have to pass 10.6 first.
I know. We say we're not discussing, we're not say it. Wilbert say, leave the man within thought space, a theme on, and him own dearly.
As the biggest
theme up in eye. Hello, what am I saying? Thank you so much for joining us here on Track and Feelings.
Not on the live.
Where we discuss track with our feelings and in our feelings. Thank you so much. That person in the comment must know of our yes, why I usually come answer this intellectual acumen. This gentleman just come and not for yourself. Give a please go ahead because of answer. We're not gonna do that, Kino. We're just gonna continue to be who we are and what we are as best as how we know how to be. So thank you so much for joining us here again on Track and Feelings. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, good night, wherever you are. If you are driving, please be safe. If you are in your house, please enjoy your sleep. Go to your bed and have sweet rest.
Before you go, Mr. Miller, shout out to you.
Okay. Blessings, 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 everyone. Please don't miss the live next week because we will definitely be discussing trials lineup in terms of who is in the field and what it is we think our thought space are. So stay tuned to the admin's picks and thought space. If you do have your pick, hey Joel, darling, what a dream. Joel, we know this. If you do have your picks, feel free to send on your picks in our inbox. Drop it in any of the admins' inbox, and we will definitely just make sure your name comes at the top of your picks, whether it is that you send it to us.
You know, if you can notice by now, I'm move. All right, leave that one there. You come in, say
and out at the wall, not put up on the wall. That is not what we're here for. But if it is that you have your picks, feel free to drop it in our inboxes. And you have, yes, Sandra, drop your picks. But I want to drop your picks in a PDF. Sure, you have my WhatsApp. Drop it in the WhatsApp. Drop it in the inbox. We will take it out and have your name and put it up. And we can even discuss it as we go along. Left the man bathroom. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you all soon as we continue. Kino, love and love always. Please be safe, Kino, when it is that you're journeying home. Everybody, if you are driving, please be safe on the road. Be very careful as best as possible. And Odi, get home safely. Whomever else is getting home, please do so safely. Can love you and more love. Please message me because definitely, sir, my cat doesn't me. Definitely, I need to maybe show the world again that I blush when I speak about DeAndre Daly. So definitely, guys, we know for a fact that we will have DeAndre Daly on our live one of these days. Very, 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 very soon. See the $100 million smile. Yeah. Hashtag $1 million smile. My birthday is Thursday, everybody. Good night and bye. Bye, everybody.
Adios.